In this eye-opening video, we dive deep into the complexities surrounding the pursuit of net zero emissions, revealing the darker aspects often overlooked by mainstream narratives. From the questionable effectiveness of carbon offsetting to the disproportionate burdens placed on developing nations, we challenge the notion that achieving net zero is a straightforward solution. Join us as we explore how net zero initiatives may inadvertently favor big corporations, the hidden costs of renewable energy, and the potential local community impacts. Get ready to uncover the truth behind the glossy facade of climate ambitions and understand the true costs of achieving net zero. 1. Carbon offsetting isn't always effective. The concept of carbon offsetting is straightforward: compensating for emissions by funding projects that reduce carbon dioxide elsewhere. However, many of these projects fail to deliver the promised reductions. Take, for instance, reforestation projects. While planting trees is beneficial, it takes years for them to mature and effectively capture carbon. In the meantime, the emissions continue unabated. Moreover, some offset projects are poorly managed, with trees dying prematurely or not being planted at all. This creates a false sense of progress, allowing individuals and companies to claim they're carbon neutral while emissions remain unchanged. 2. Net zero can favor big corporations. Big corporations often boast about their net zero commitments, but these promises can sometimes be a veil for continued harmful practices. Large companies might invest in offsetting projects or renewable energy initiatives, yet still engage in activities that harm the environment. This is known as greenwashing, where the positive impact of one action is used to obscure the negative effects of another. For example, a multinational corporation might pledge to reduce its carbon footprint while simultaneously expanding operations in fossil fuel extraction. These dual actions create a misleading narrative, portraying the company as environmentally responsible while it perpetuates environmental degradation. 3. Hidden costs of renewable energy. Renewable energy is often hailed as the beacon of hope for a sustainable future. However, the process of manufacturing solar panels, wind turbines, and batteries involves mining rare earth materials. These materials are essential for the technology to function, but extracting them can cause significant environmental harm. Mining often leads to deforestation, water pollution, and habitat destruction. Furthermore, many of these materials are sourced from countries with lax environmental regulations, exacerbating the ecological damage. The hidden environmental cost of these technologies is rarely discussed, despite its importance in the net zero conversation. 4. Developing nations bear the burden. While wealthy nations push for global net zero goals, they often outsource emissions-heavy industries to poorer countries. This shift allows rich countries to reduce their domestic emissions while maintaining their consumption levels. However, developing nations bear the environmental and social burden. Factories in these countries often operate with fewer environmental regulations, leading to increased pollution and health risks for local populations. This creates an imbalance, where the benefits of net zero commitments are enjoyed by wealthier nations, while the costs are shouldered by those with fewer resources. 5. Reliance on unproven technologies. A significant portion of net zero plans relies on technologies that are not yet scalable or reliable. Carbon capture and storage, CCS, is one such technology, designed to trap carbon dioxide before it enters the atmosphere. While promising in theory, CCS is still in its infancy and not yet economically viable on a large scale. Many countries and companies include these technologies in their net zero strategies, banking on future advancements. This reliance on unproven solutions creates uncertainty and may delay actionable steps that could be taken now to reduce emissions. 6. Impact on local communities. Large-scale renewable energy projects, while beneficial for reducing carbon emissions, can have unintended consequences on local communities. Wind farms, for example, require vast tracts of land, sometimes displacing people or disrupting local ecosystems. The construction and operation of these projects can lead to habitat loss and changes in land use. In some instances, communities are not adequately consulted or compensated for the changes imposed on their environment. This oversight can lead to social tensions and resistance, complicating the path to achieving net zero goals. 7. The true cost of achieving net zero. The financial and environmental costs of achieving net zero goals are often understated in media discussions. Transitioning to a net zero economy requires substantial investments in infrastructure, technology, and workforce training. These expenditures constrain national budgets and divert funds from other critical areas like healthcare and education. Additionally, the environmental cost, including the mining of rare earth materials and land use changes, adds another layer of complexity. These challenges underscore the need for a more nuanced conversation about the real implications of net zero commitments. The journey towards net zero is fraught with challenges and complexities that are not always apparent at first glance. While the goal is noble, the path is riddled with obstacles that require careful consideration and transparency. Understanding these hidden facets is crucial for developing truly sustainable and equitable climate solutions.